Hello, let's do connections for Tuesday, August 25th. I have the Harlem Shake in here. You remember the 6 months where Harlem Shake took over the internet? And then disappeared, nobody ever thought of it again? It wasn't really a specific dance, it was more of a video trend where people just go nuts. It didn't have specific moves, but the Running Man is a dance. But the Running Man is also a movie. With, wasn't that an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, right? Shawshank Redemption, Green Mile, these are all movies. Is there a fourth movie? Inside Scoop seems like it would be a movie. I don't remember any movie being called that, but it's not like I know every movie ever made. So, that could be a thing. These are the only 3 I'm sure of that were movies. Hyperspace, Time Warp, Parallel Universe, well, no, not one-dimensional. Teleportation, these are like sci-fi sort of things. Maybe ways of traveling in science fiction. You go to a parallel universe, you travel through hyperspace, you time warp, you teleport. Okay. One-dimensional probably goes with skin deep. Superficial. Maybe cosmetic? Yeah, cosmetic seems the most likely one there. Although these 3 are all in the first column, but this one's way over here. Lickety split is like doing something very quickly. I mean, that could go with hyperspace and time warp and teleport, but it's not really a sci-fi concept. It's just a phrase to mean quickly. So I don't want to put that with those other ones. Maybe a lickety or split? Are we taking part of the word? A split? A scoop, maybe? Ice cream? All right. A cone? A shake. Okay, that is kind of in a tricky layout with these 3. This one not as much. These 2 being right next to each other in the top row makes me a little suspicious. But if this was a thing, and then we had the cosmetic, skin deep, one-dimensional, superficial, and then the sci-fi travel one, that would leave the movies, right? Plus whatever the 4th one that I haven't used yet. Which is Long Walk? No, not Traffic on a Long Walk? I haven't heard of a Long Walk as a movie. But it, just process of elimination there. That would be the only one left, if I'm right about the other categories. So, if that's all true, I believe this one would be purple. All right, ending in ice cream orders. And then the movie one is you have to know specific knowledge category, not parallel universe. Shawshank Redemption, Green Mile, Long Walk. Although Green Mile and Shawshank Redemption were such well-known movies. And Running Man too. Running Man was, even though it's kind of a B movie, I think it's a very popular movie, or at least a very well-known movie from the 80s if you're in that age range. I don't know if it had the staying power of some of these other movies, but I haven't heard of A Long Walk. But anyway, my point is this might not be blue, because these ones are so popular. But what would be blue? I feel like cosmetic, skin deep, superficial, one-dimensional is going to be yellow. So it's either this or the sci-fi one. The sci-fi one's pretty, I think, straightforward as well. So I'm going to guess this one. Okay, Stephen King film adaptations with the... Okay, I don't know what The Long Walk is. And I forgot that Running Man was based on a Stephen King book. I knew Green Mile and Shawshank were. And then we were doing Parallel Universe, Time Warp, Hyperspace, Teleportation. All right, Sci-Fi Phenomenon. Man, I haven't gotten a Reverse Rainbow, I think, in a little bit. Obviously yesterday on Lost, and then the previous few days I was having trouble even seeing some of the categories. Surface level. Okay, there you go. We have an amazing streak of 1. Fantastic. All right, that wasn't too hard. Let's see what they give it. 2.3, okay. I felt it was easier than that. Oh, I hate this pop-up. It comes up every day. I usually wait for it to pop up, but I forgot today. Let's check the bot. All right, yeah, super easy today. It's so much better than yesterday. 84% solve rate, half of everybody getting no mistakes. 99 skill, 1 in 46. Even reverse rainbows are fairly common today. Usually that's over 100. Not a huge disparity here between all of the categories, especially between the top 3. Only 10% differentiates green from yellow here. Blue's in the middle. Let's check ever. Ever green is first, actually. It jumps up over blue and yellow. Huh. But still, only 7% difference between the top and the bottom. Losing games 5%, just getting nothing. So either you got it or you didn't. You got everything or you didn't. I mean, there's a few down here, but I'm just speaking generally. All right, let's check the mistakes. Hyperspace time went one-dimensional. That was something that briefly crossed my mind, but one-dimensional is kind of the opposite. The fact that you would only be in one-dimensional means that traveling would be very long and time-consuming. The opposite of these other ones. Also a reason I think we'll never encounter aliens ever, because space is just too big. Unless we can figure out one of these other traveling things, but those are so sci-fi. I don't know if they're actually ever going to happen. All right, Harlem Shake, Running Man. I mean, Harlem, I don't know. I guess you could say maybe there's some movie, Harlem Shake, but that was, I don't know, maybe just because I was on Reddit a lot at the time. That took over the internet for I don't even think it was 6 months. It was probably more like 3 months. Back in 2010, something like that, 2011. All right, Running Man, Green Mile, Inside Scoop, Shawshank Redemption. All right, like I said, that seems like a movie. I was thinking, okay, that Inside Scoop sounds like a movie title, sure. Dance Crazes? Okay, there's the Harlem Shake. The Running Man. Is Time Warp a dance? I could see it. Lickety Split? Sure, why not? And then putting Lickety Split in with the movies? Okay. I mean, with movie titles, almost anything can be a movie title. You could probably talk yourself into anything. Like, Parallel Universe, definitely movie title. Time Warp, movie title. Hyperspace, movie title. Sure, all of those work. Every single one of these. Anyway, if you're enjoying the videos, please leave a like and subscribe. Consider hitting the join button down below and let me know how you did today.